everyone, it's Christina from The Carded Path, and today I thought I would do a fun journal with me video. I've never done one of these before. I've never done a voiceover before, so please bear with me here. Now, this entry that I did in my journal is from earlier in the week, from August 4th, which was Monday. I tend to allow bigger pulls in the beginning of the week. And then I do smaller ones throughout the week just so I don't get overwhelmed with a lot of tarot and information and things to think about. So I really just started with a basic question using the Witch's Shadow Work Oracle that I just did a recent flip through with, and I did some pairings in that video also, and I chose to start with the Meraki Tarot just because it still has a bit of a summery vibe in it, and summer's not over, and the other decks had more fall vibes. So I don't know how long I'm going to work with the Witch's Shadow Work Oracle, but for now, this is the deck, and there will be another deck that you'll see later on. But like I was saying, so I just started with your basic, what do I need to know today? And it just took off from there. This does become a double reading, but and this reading felt like it just came straight from the core of my new creative journey here on YouTube. Like, it really just shouted at me, like, this is what this is about. I mean, I got the creative card, and interestingly, every time, I think I've used this deck 3 times now. I don't think, I know. And every time I've gotten this same creative card, and one time it actually jumped out at me. So there's something to say about that energy, and that card really wants my attention. So I just went with it, and I have been pouring so much energy into building my YouTube channel, and at the same time navigating this weird space where I'm excited yet terrified, and also feeling like there just isn't enough time to do all the things I love. I have a lot of other crafting things that I like to do, including creative journaling and planning and memory keeping, which has been on the back burner for a really long time now. So I'm not too concerned about that, but it is always in the back of my mind. And this new thing I'm doing is finally jumping into YouTube. It takes up a lot of time, and actually, it takes up a lot more time than I had anticipated. I mean, I knew it wasn't going to be easy, but there's really a lot of planning. I mean, I'm doing a voiceover. I had to learn how to do that. Just there's a lot that goes into it that I didn't expect. And I just feel like there isn't enough time to do everything. And even studying tarot, I feel, is sort of being put on the back burner while I'm trying to get videos out. Currently I have 5 subscribers. So I feel like I'm doing a lot for, just a handful of people, which is fine. I really should focus on just doing this for me and just as a record for myself, and not worry about, everything else, which does put a little less pressure on me to put information out, and then I can focus on continuing my studies. So now that that question background and, all of that juicy stuff is out of the way, let's get to the reading. And so I pulled, after pulling the oracle card, I pulled an oracle card from the Meraki Tarot, which emphasized the aspiration that I'm feeling, that the creative energy is knocking on the door and it wants out. And I have this, great aspiration. I have goals. I want to be successful. I don't want to fall flat on my face. And then I pulled the Ace of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Seven of Cups, and I always pull a bottom of the deck card, or I look at it. It's not actually a pull, but and it was the Ten of Pentacles in this case. And so the Ace of Pentacles, uh, great card to get, right? It's a new beginning. But I have to actually plant the seed, which I have done. So I feel it's a little past tense in this reading, but the seed is planted. There's a new beginning waiting for me. I'm excited. Everything's good, right? And then I get the Ten of Swords. um, so kind of a scary card to get right from the get-go, but you know, it's just something needs to end. So when I think about something needing to end, it's probably my own personal ideas of what I need to do, like all the things that I need to do versus just being me naturally, you know, putting out the content that I just want to put out, especially right now. I have no idea what I'm doing. And a lot of these videos is just me trying to get practice, practice editing, practice posting, practice writing video descriptions, like all these things. And so, you know, the idea that I can just do it all also has to end. So, you know, I can't do everything, like all my crafting and everything that I usually do while I'm doing all of these new things until it becomes a little more um, easier, for lack of a better word. And then I got the Seven of Cups, which reflects the overwhelm that I've been feeling. There are way too many things that I feel like have to go into this channel, and it's overwhelming, and I don't really have a clear map of, you know, what the heck I'm doing. And of course, I'm a planner girl, and I write a lot of things down in my planner, but I feel like I still forget things. I'm just very scatterbrained and you know, try my best, but the Seven of Cups really reflects that overwhelm that I've been feeling. And then the Ten of Pentacles is just a reminder that I am building something for the long term, and that that takes intention, not just hustle. So I can sort of ease the pressure off myself and just slowly over time build this legacy level type of stuff, right? And so from there, I kind of really wanted to dig into a specific energy, which is like, what am I ready to release to make space for in this new beginning? I feel like um, there's a lot on my mind, you know, feeling overwhelmed with these options. Um, and so I wanted to question what I was ready to release. And from there, I used the Change Tarot, and which I'm really enjoying the color scheme of this deck. Like this is like my new favorite deck right now. Plus it's very, you know, RWS, which as a beginner is super helpful. It's very familiar imagery, right? I do enjoy all my other decks, but sometimes we just need to get back to basics. And this color scheme is just, I love it. I love the aesthetic of this deck. But anyway, so this deck, it did not hold back. So all of these cards that got chosen for this, they all came flying out. And normally I'm not a flying out card kind of person because I feel like, oh, is that really the message? You know, I start to second guess all of that. And usually I look at them, I make a note of them, I put them back in and I shuffle. However, today I just rolled with it and I got the Nine of Wands, the Seven of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, Death, and the Star. And then the Chariot card is at the bottom, which the Chariot card has a big significance for me, and so does Death. So the Chariot is my soul card. My number is 7. So, and then Seven of Pentacles also popped up. And what is it? It's my soul card and my destiny card. I don't remember now, but the Chariot's a big card for me. And then Death. I'm a Scorpio. That's the Scorpio card. So there's a lot of um, big cards here for me. And so the Nine of Wands sort of showed me how tired I am. There's a lot going on here at home, and I am a little tired, and I'm trying to still get a lot done with these new responsibilities that I have. But I'm still pushing. I'm still showing up, and getting it done. But I am tired. I acknowledge um, that I'm tired and I might be spreading myself a little thin. The Seven of Pentacles is like I said, a soul lesson card for me with the number seven. And it reminded me to pause and choose. Like I can't water everything. I have to pick and choose the things that I want to do. So if I can't find the time to do everything, then I don't do everything, right? I pick and choose the things that are the most important on any given day. So I tend to think of that as like a top three in my planner. I choose three things I want to do today. Those are the three things. If I get more done, great. If I don't, oh well. And then the Ace of Swords pops up, which is another ace, right? Um, and I think that's kind of reminding me that I really need to focus, have fewer distractions. I tend to, oh, I don't know, watch a lot of YouTube, trying to learn how to do YouTube. But I need to set some boundaries there. I need to clear out the mental clutter, like all the video ideas and all this stuff. And I just need to speak my truth. And my truth is honestly that I can't do it all, and I don't have to, right? I don't have to do it all. I don't have to do what everyone else is doing. I can just be me. And the not so well read tarot reader, like I'm really not good at this. I will probably make a video about how terrible I am, but we'll just go with this right now. So where was I? Let's see. The Ace of Swords. Okay, so then I got Death. And like I said, that is my zodiac card. And it's a clear message to me that I have to let go of the old version of me. So what does that even mean? Like letting go of the old version of me. Um, I think that my I think this is where my fear comes into play, right? The me that doesn't like talking on, I don't like being on camera. I don't like talking. I don't, so this is a lot for me, and I feel like I have to push my boundaries and really for growth, do the things that are scary and leave the scaredy cat old me behind and just kind of, you know, get it done. I have to push myself to grow, which leads us to the star. And that gave me a bit of hope, right? I am in this transition where I'm pushing myself to be better. And the star comes in and it says, you know, good things are coming, right? It's a star. Everybody loves the star. I'm feeling that with this card, that success um, is coming. And as long as, right, as long as I push through the boundaries and as long as I let go, that there's hope that I can actually have success and that I can actually do it and that people will actually care about what I have to say and what I do. And if they don't, that's okay too. And then I have the Chariot card at the bottom of the deck, which is my soul card, like I said. And it just reminds me that I move forward with purpose, but only and only if I stop pulling myself in 5 million directions, right? I have to take charge and focus on my goals and where I want to go, keep my eyes on the target, and that this is my path. Like, I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel, but I can never decide like what content I want to post about. And I chose tarot this time around mostly because I thought it would help me stick to it. I have a tendency of doing, studying and practicing tarot for a few months, and then I'll kind of drift off and I'll start doing other things. And then I'll be like, oh, I miss tarot. And then I'll get back into it. But I take breaks from learning, and then I feel like I repeat from the beginning again, and I feel like I keep doing these beginner things, and it's like, how many times have I read about the Fool card, because that's usually at the beginning of the book, right? And so this time I thought that, starting a YouTube channel could help me stick to it. But I think that this reading really gives me um, a good, like, it helps me wrap my brain around the fear and the fact that, I can't do everything. I have to let go of some things. I am starting something new. It reaffirms that, yes, you are starting something new. It is going to be hard. My shadow is going to be stirring up these fears and this these scattered thoughts that I usually have. Um, and the all or nothing, like, oh my gosh, I have to do this right. I have to, do all the things that everybody else is doing. No, I don't. I can just do whatever, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, that's okay, and I can just keep doing it, or I can stop and just go back to journaling the way that I do. And I feel like I don't overly decorate my tarot journal, just because, as you saw, there's quite a bit of writing that I like to do. And this writing is, derived from the things that I feel when I look at the cards, from the guidebooks. I also use ChatGPT to sort of help me, like, connect the cards and get a different perspective. I type in exactly what I'm feeling when I'm doing this reading, and it just helps me to connect them, because I really struggle. It's one thing to know the meaning of a card, and it's another thing entirely to understand, to apply it, right? To apply it to your question. Um, so yeah, I think I'm running out of time here. So I hope this wasn't terrible. I hope you enjoyed looking at my journal. And I hope that this was a little helpful, even though it was a personal reading. I thought it'd be fun to give you a peek into my journal, and just sort of some insight into my current headspace. Now here I decorate when there's room, and I also like to leave myself space to come back and um, journal my thoughts later. So sort of like a reflection. So I'll read through um, the reading, like maybe a week later, maybe a month later, I don't know, maybe a year later. But I like to leave myself room in my journal so that I can go back and write in, like, you know, like maybe a year from now, where am I in my YouTube journey? And I will come back to this journal and I will sort of write about it. So either I'm still doing it, or it was terrible and I quit. Right? One of two things. But I like to leave myself the space to create, space to rest, space to continue my studies, and space to trust my own rhythm. So, if you're in a season of starting something new, or if your shadow is stirring up some old patterns, I'd love to know about it. I'd love to know what you are ready to release. Drop it in the comments. Let's support each other, all five of us, in this season of transformation. And don't forget to like and subscribe if this resonated at all, or even if it didn't. I will be sharing more reflective tarot content here. I'm going to try my best. Some of it does tend to be a little personal, but I will be trying to also gather up the courage to do some video responses. I really enjoy watching those, but I'm going to take it slow and do it in my own rhythm, right? So thanks again for watching. Take care.